live in.
Hey everybody, this is the Shop LC live stream. You're watching me, Casey Ford, and I've got an amazing men's show of incredible jewelry. We've got a lot of big, bold pieces. We're calling it men's jewelry, but it's beautiful jewelry. You don't need to be a man to wear it. You just need to love big, bold, beautiful styles with some amazing rare gemstones. Man, I'm getting so far ahead of myself already. We've got some tanzanites in our Rhapsody collection. We have some terahertz that we'll get to eventually. We're going to start with some multi-sapphires. We've got some star sapphires. We've got some rubies. We've got different tanzanites. We have a champagne diamond. We've got my pick of the show, which is going to be this Larimar ring. I don't know exactly when we're going to get to it, but I mean, once you hear the story behind it, why I love that gemstone so much, you're going to fall in love with it as much as I fall in love with it. But we are starting with a multi-sapphire ring. But I want to get some of the nuts and bolts out of the way here. If you're watching me on Facebook or Instagram, what you're going to do is you're going to comment sold 101 if you are interested in the sapphire ring. The number is going to go up as we get through our 18 pieces that we have throughout the show. It's not a commitment to buy. When you comment that in the chat, all that means is that we're going to send you a DM behind the scenes. You're going to click that link. That link is going to take you to our website, and you're going to follow through like you would any purchase on any website. It's as simple as that. But hey, here's the other part of it. You are going to use an exclusive discount code when you check out, Live25. Because when you watch the live stream with me, Casey Ford, I'm going to give you an additional 25% off our already low everyday Shop LC prices. So when you do that, just Live25 at checkout. Simple as that. Get your extra 25% off. I will tell you what that's going to bring your prices down to throughout the entire presentation. I am here in Austin, Texas. Bit of a foggy day. Really foggy day, but I kind of love that moodiness of it. So we're having a great time out here. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I want to hear what you got. I want to know what a good time you had, or even if you had a bit of a stressful holiday season, let me know. I was a bit under the weather for the past week, but I'm going in full force again. Happy to be back out here in the land of the living as opposed to blowing my nose on my couch for most of the weekend. But I'm fine now. I hope you are too. Let's get to it with beautiful multi-sapphires in a ring. This was one of our doorbusters at the holiday season. This is our Doorbuster Premium Multi-Sapphire and Moissanite. We added Moissanites to this one. 1.4 carat men's ring. This is vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver. So that's going to keep it nice and affordable. Look at the gallery view on this. We got these big bold sizes in this one, which I'm loving. You have 7 baguette cut multi-sapphires. They're all 4 by 2 millimeters. And then we have 40 points of round Moissanites. We have 20 of those. And you can see you have, I'm going to use my ruler here a little bit until we get up on the thing. Let me see here. I'm trying to show us the 2 different phone cameras at the same time, so please bear with me. But yes, we have your 7 baguette cut sapphires. Let me look at these with my own eyeballs and just tell you what I see, because that's what you're going to see when you get this home. I'm seeing yellow sapphire. I'm seeing green sapphire, orange sapphire, pink sapphire, a soft blue sapphire. Ooh, kind of a pinkish verging on red sapphire, almost on the brink of being a ruby, because you know that ruby and sapphire are in that same corundum family of minerals, of gemstones. And I'm seeing another yellow sapphire on the end. A lot of people believe that sapphire just comes in that classic blue color. It doesn't. It comes in so many fancy colors, and this gives you a little sampler platter of all the different fancy colors that sapphires can come in. So that's why this is a great opportunity for you to get in on. I just knocked out a present on my feet down here. I'll get to that in a second. Yes, your yellows, your pinks. I think this is upside down from the one that I have. Well, I guess mine might be upside down. But yes, looking at that yellow, that ambery, then that kind of pinkish bordering on reddish, almost a purple right here in the center, that bluish, another orangey-ish, another green, and another more on the side of yellow. And then, of course, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it was telling me we had 20 round Moissanites, but that's not what I'm seeing there. I'm seeing 14 round Moissanites, but hey, that just means that each Moissanite is that much bigger, that much more sparkling, and it still comes out to 40 points of Moissanites. Moissanites are just a beautiful white sparkling gemstone. It's man-made, but they are more refractive than a diamond. So that means when the light hits them, it's going to split that light into a rainbow of color. So beautiful, so amazing. And that's the thing with this one too. With all those beautiful gemstones and it being vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver, 925 sterling silver at that. We have sizes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we've got all kinds of big sizes. I'm used to wearing these on my pinky, particularly when We have the women's jewelry out here. But hey, I can put that right on my index finger. I'm not sure which size I happen to have with me, but that's got to be pretty big if I'm fitting it onto my index finger. Okay, but we were talking about the pricing. We were talking about how we're going to give you incredible low pricing on your men's jewelry today. So, everyday low Shop LC price is $129.99. But you're not going to pay that today because I already told you about that Live 25 discount code. And when you take advantage of that Live 25 discount code, that's going to take your price all the way down to $97.49. So for under $100, you can take home a carat of sapphires, fancy color sapphires. And hey, you know what? We also have budget pay. Budget pay, it is an interest-free, no credit check, no additional fees, no interest. We will split on this one because it's already such a low price. We will let you split that into 3 equal monthly payments. And when you do that, that's going to take your price down to $32.50 per month, 3 months, and it is yours. We're not going to wait to ship it out to you. We're going to send it to you directly. This comes right from our warehouse, which is just across the parking lot from me, right over there. They had a sample to me to show off to you. Then, as soon as you place your order, they will ship it out post haste, and you will be able to take advantage of it, admire it, and experience it for yourself. And this is a really well-reviewed item as well. We have a 5-star review on our website from Michael K. saying, nice. Well, okay. Not a man of many words, but I like that, Michael K. Nice. 5 stars. Then we have Peter S. who wrote in, it's a nice piece of jewelry, and I'm happy with the purchase. I'm so glad you're happy with it, Peter. And then we have Linda E. who bought it for her husband. He's 78 years old and never wore jewelry, but he likes this one. That is such a great point, Linda. A lot of men, it's sort of, I've made this analogy before about like fish, where when I was young, I didn't think I liked fish. When I was a kid, it was just like, oh, it's so fishy. But it turned out it was really just the types of fish that you give to a child are like cheap and fishy and not the highest quality. But then finally, when I had like a bite, it was probably something really fancy for like somebody's anniversary dinner, like a birthday, like a milestone one where somebody was like, no, just try a piece of this swordfish steak. And I was like, this is delicious, and realized I like fish. But it's like men think they don't like jewelry until you give them something really nice. Then they realize, oh, this is what I've been missing out on all this time. So it's really, when you find the right piece for somebody, it can really open up their eyes to jewelry. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate you, let you know about that jewelry so that you understand what makes it so special. And then we also had Norberto, who wrote in with his 5-star review, very handsome men's ring, one to wear on special occasions. You know, and that's true. You can wear it on special occasions. But given the durability of it, given the fact that it's the vermeil over the sterling silver, and that it's sapphire, which is a 9 on the Mohs hardness scale, you can wear this every day. But hey, if you just want to save it for those nights out, those fancy occasions, that's up to you. Either which way you want to go, and to get this for under $100, it's up to you. And like I said, it's a big, bold look. It's a men jewelry show, but you don't need to be a man to wear it. If this is appealing to you, go ahead and take advantage of it. One thing I like about a lot of our pieces in our men's collection is how nice and smooth and how well designed they are, where men working with their hands a lot of the time through the day, even me just fidgeting, not that I'm doing hard labor throughout the day, I'm mostly on a keyboard, but it's not going to get snagged or caught up on anything because of that profile there that you see. Ooh, let me show you that under gallery as well. You're going to see a lot of under galleries on your pieces, showing this to our Facebook, Instagram, then showing this to our TikTok viewers. It's 2 different cameras. Just a little behind the scenes nonsense there. But do you see that kind of architecture on the bottom? That makes it so much more comfortable, so much more smooth to wear. I keep instinctively putting it on my pinky, but I don't need to. It just makes it that much more comfortable to wear. It's an additional piece of manufacturing. It's not a simple process to do, but we do it for you because we at Shop LC pay attention to that kind of detail to make sure that you get the best value, the best deals on your jewelry. We got our little stamp in here too. It's going to be a little difficult to see, but it says "The Joy" on the inner band of that ring. That's our little hallmark. Oh, well, we got the 925 hallmark for your 925 sterling silver, of course. It's just on the other side. There's no way to get it to show on this one, so don't even worry about it. Elias. I got Elias behind the scenes doing the clicks, the clacks, the bleeps, the blips, making sure that all the technical stuff works on the behind the scenes, and making sure all the right stuff pops up in the TV behind me for me to reference to and for all my things off to the side that I'm using to make sure that you're getting the most accurate details that you can on all the jewelry that we are presenting today. So thank you, Elias, back there. Yes, beautiful piece. Beautiful, amazing piece in vermeil, yellow gold, over sterling silver, sparkling moissanite, fancy colored sapphires, under $100, and that's just starting off. That's just us getting the show on the road. We've got so much more to get to, including a smoky quartz ring.
Yes.
While we're getting onto that, let me tell you a little bit more about me. I hate doing that, but it's just something I need to get out of the way. I've been here at Shop LC for over 16 years, but I'm usually on that side of the cameras. The other 39 or 38 hours of my week, and usually I'm doing a lot more than 40 in a week, is on that side of the lens. And I've been all over the world. I filmed at trade shows, in mines, all over the world. My first trip was to the Tanzanite mines. We have Tanzanite coming up later on. But I've even been to the smoky quartz mines in Brazil. And that's the thing. I've had such amazing opportunities in my time here to travel the world and learn all these stories, so I wanted to come out here and share them with you. And it took me a long time to become comfortable enough doing that. So, and that's thanks to you. So I would love to get any comments from you. I would love to know what you're up to today. I want to know how your Christmas went. I want to hear if you watched my luxuriant lab-grown diamond show last Friday and if you saw any beautiful pieces on that or maybe got in. So the more you interact with me, the more fun I'm going to have, the more fun you're going to have. So yes, because you're the ones who make me feel comfortable coming out here, because it's not my natural state. My natural state is other side of the cameras, doing that fun stuff. But hey, the jewelry like this makes it easy. Look at how big and bold this is, even just in the TV behind me. But then even just look at it right here. 5 Brazilian smoky quartz octagon cuts set in a row. 2.77 carats just amongst those 4, but we have a total gem weight of 2.85 carats. Well, where's that come from? Where's the rest? Well, look at the shoulder of this. We added 3 round zircons per shoulder. 3 round zircons weighing 7 points just to boost that carat weight, just to boost that sparkle. But yes, those 5 Brazilian smoky quartzes are 6x4 millimeter octagon cuts. Beautiful transparency on those ones as well. It's the national gemstone of Scotland, of all places. I actually, when I was in the smoky quartz mine in Brazil, I was there with, she's no longer with us, but a Scottish host that we had. She has had a really fun time traveling around that mine. I mean, it's one of those really narrow ones where you're just squat walking on your tiptoes practically through the mines. It was a exhausting day being in that mine. But when we had a little dog that was following us around, kind of sniffing out the smoky quartz. We let the host, Sarah, she chiseled away at one of the walls to make some of it fall out of place. But just all the effort, all the labor that goes into getting these gemstones out of the ground. And let me talk about that process here at Shop LC, because obviously, if I was filming there, we go directly to the source. So we go to those mines. We buy the parcels directly from the miners. Then what do we do with it? We ship it directly to our factories in Jaipur, India, which is the jewelry manufacturing capital of the world. It's just what they're famed for. It's just what they're known for. And that's part of our parent company out there. So they manufacture the jewelry and put it into these beautiful designs. So when you see that, do we have the band view on this one with that DeJoy 925? If we do, Alice is looking for it in a second, but right now he's showing me those beautiful white topazes on the shoulder. So this DeJoy that you see right here, DeJoy, I know it sounds a little bit silly, but that hallmark that we place, that we stamp into our jewelry, that's shortened for delivering joy. And that's the slogan of Shop LC. That's the slogan of our company, because that's what we want to do for you. And we just shortened it to this little abbreviation, because otherwise, delivering joy, it would be printed out across the entirety of your band, and who has time for that? We would have, but we decided to shorten it and have a little bit of fun with it. So DeJoy, delivering joy. But that means that we made it. That means that it went directly from the factories that we own to the warehouse that's directly off to my left, like I said, right into my hand to show off to you. And from here, we will ship it directly to your door for you to enjoy. So that's how we provide these low prices. We cut out all the middlemen. We don't supply this to a bunch of brick and mortars all strewn across the country. We aren't selling it to different retailers, so it's not just this one, but that one, but that one, but that one. It goes straight from our factories to us, to you. By cutting out all those middlemen, you get additional savings. Speaking of that savings, this smoky quartz ring, beautiful. Every other day at Shop LC, $64.99, but not today. Today, you're going to use that Live 25 discount code, and when you use that code, that takes your price all the way down to $48.74. So for under $50, you can take advantage of your beautiful smoky quartz ring. I just love that color of it too. It's almost like a deep, dark cognac. If these were diamonds, this is what we would refer to as a champagne diamond. This is another one that you can also, despite the low price, take advantage on our budget pay. Splitting it into 3 equal monthly payments. It's usually 5, but hey, what do you want? This one's already so incredibly low priced. So you can split this into 3 equal monthly payments of $16.25. Man, I was watching one of the football games yesterday on that streaming service. I decided to do those live for some reason. Man, the quality of that stream looked like it was a Tecmo Bowl, the NES football game for back in the day with all the pixels and how poor the stream ended up being for me, at least. Hope you saw it a bit better if you were watching. But man, I pay a lot more than $16 a month to get that, and I wasn't too happy with how it went, quite frankly. 2.85 carats. Wow. I mean, just to think that for 2.85 carats, you're paying under $50. So when we're under $50, then we do charge a little bit of shipping, but if you get in on 2 different things and add up into your cart to get above that 50, then you get free shipping, just so that you're aware. Because I'm not used to having items. I'm not used to having beautiful jewelry that I can offer you for under $50, but it's happening today. I'm not sure if this is the only time it's going to happen on my show, but it very well may be, given that I have some huge luxury items like champagne diamonds. Well, like I was saying, see, I mean, it's a different color. I'm not saying that they're identical or anything, but that smokiness, that cognac color. If you want that put in a diamond, well, I've got that piece coming up later on. Very different design. I got so many pieces depending on what your taste is. I'm just going to put it out there. Most of what I have today are rings. So it's mostly going to be rings that you're going to be able to take advantage of today with these amazing low shop LC prices. Ooh. Is that our turquoise? Oh, no, that one's our turquoisite. Man, I only had so much time. Because I was out for a little bit, I had a lot to catch up on today. So I'm a little behind on some of my details on these, but no fear, I know my gemstones. So we're going to pass that information on to you. We're going to pass the savings on to you. Last call, and this one being sold 102. That's what I was talking about for you on Facebook, on Instagram. Comment sold 102. If you are interested in that smoky quartz ring, no obligation. We just send you the link to our website so you can take off from there and decide what you want. And when you go to our website, you're going to see the same information that I'm seeing off of my site here when I'm passing on that information to you. So you will see what I see. You can read the same reviews that I've been reading to you, and you're going to have a great time. This is almost certainly, it has to be, the single largest carat weight that I have in my entire show. How could it not be? I mean, look at this thing. This is a statement piece. This is premium African ruby, fissure-filled, and moissanite, a 21.15 total gem weight ring with vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver. So you've got your round cut moissanites on the shoulders there, and they're kind of set into these triangle settings, but they are round cut moissanites set with 3 prongs. But they're just giving you a little bit of extra sparkle. They're just giving you that little additional splash of sparkle because you have that massive cabochon. Cabochon is when a gemstone is not really so much faceted, but just kind of tumbled into one nice, smooth bead of a gemstone. And when you do a cabochon like that, particularly in something like a ruby, you just get that glow to it. Yeah, see, that's showing pretty well. And, I say it every single time, so I'm going to say it again. I'm here in the studio under these, big flat panel lighting light boards that aren't really the most flattering when it comes to jewelry and aren't the most flattering for me either. But, hey, it's all about the jewelry. So you're not quite... Oh, that glow's coming through a little bit, but it's nothing compared to what you're going to see with your own eyes if you take advantage of this and get it on your own hand. But I mean, this is a piece that people are going to comment on. They're gonna understand that this is a ruby. They're just gonna see this big red gemstone and understand that, hey, big red gemstone ruby. But they're not really gonna quite believe it just because of that massive carat weight. Like I said, over 21 carats. Yeah, there's that glow. There's that glow we're looking for. You can see it right there on the bottom, just the way that light's shining through. Because that's the light from these panels coming in from the top, bouncing off the back, refracting, and coming out of the bottom there. So actually, I'm going to flip it the other way, and you're still going to see probably that same glow at that bottom position at 6 o'clock. Because that has more to do with the light that's passing through it than it has to do with the quality of the gemstone, of course. And also, it's fissure-filled. That's kind of how we bring you such a massively huge carat weight for such an affordable price. All that means is that we took a ruby, and then where there were portions of it that weren't really showing the color that we wanted it to show, we gave it a little bit of help. We just filled it with a kind of a borax mineral composition, and then we heated it very, very, very hot. That kind of did a replacement process that just gives it more even coloring to give you the transparency that you're seeing, so it glows like that, and that you have that more even coloring. But yes, what's the millimeterage on this one? Oh, we have sizes 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 on this as well.
Here is your breakdown?
Yes, it's a 21.10 carat ruby. 16 by 14 millimeters. 16 by 14. I mean, you can tell. I mean, look at that. You can see it from back there. Well, duh. You can see it up here too. But yes, it's bezel set for nice, secure comfort. No hard edges, no prongs to catch or snag if you're always moving and working with things throughout the day. Of course, being a corundum sapphire family, the same family as sapphires, it's a 9 on the Mohs hardness scale for that durability. We're calling the gemstone color on this blood red. Not the most friendly sounding term, but a lot of your ruby. See, even when I hold it north to south like that, you're still seeing that glow coming through on the bottom. Well, that's just so beautiful. And then you have your 2 moissanites on each shoulder. Round cuts. Those weigh in at 5 points. But what's 5 points when you're talking about 21.10 points of ruby in this one? Wow. But let's get to it. And oh, hey, thanks for joining, Debbie. Thanks for joining, Melinda. Everybody out there, I would love to hear from you. Let me know how you're doing on this wonderful day. Want to know how your Christmas went. Happy holidays to everybody. Man, we only have 1 week left in the year. But wow, we're going to get to it. Everyday low shop LC price on your beautiful African ruby ring. $249.99. But you know the drill by now. We're only on Comment Sold 103. Comment Sold 103 if you're interested in this one. But your price on this one after your Live 25 discount code that you need to use at checkout, that brings it down to $187.49. Or this one you can split into 5 budget payments. When you put it on 5 budget payments, that's just $37.50 per month for 5 months. We're not going to wait to ship it out to you. We will ship it out immediately, and you will pay it off for those 5 months. And wow, to think how many other things I spend that much on in a month, and it doesn't last forever. It doesn't glow like this. It doesn't give you the same kind of compliments that you're going to receive when you wear your ring. And don't take my word for it. Let's take Gary M's word for it. He wrote us a 5-star review saying, I had to buy that beautiful 20-carat ruby ring for myself. For the what kind of little bit of gibberish in the thing. He's also thanking the Shop LC customer service that helped him buy the ring on budget pay. Okay, speaking of our customer service, if you want help figuring it out, I personally think it's a little bit easy to get to our website and just click the option for budget payment. But if you're having an issue with that, if you're a little not so tech savvy, well, that's fine. Just call our live stream personal shopper. Our number for our personal shopper is 888-835-2237. Call 888-835-2237. That'll get a live person on the phone that can help you complete this purchase. Just let them know that you're watching the live stream and you want the ruby ring, and they will be able to take care of you. They are real people. They're actually physically located in the same building as me. I keep gesturing to our warehouse, which is across the parking lot at least, but our personal shoppers, they are in the same building. They're at the opposite corner. It's a bit of a hike for me to get to there, but I could walk over there right now if I wasn't busy presenting this jewelry to you, shake their hand, and let them know, and thank them for all that they do. So if you want to talk live to me, well, go ahead and chat live with me. But you can also call them up, get somebody on the phone, and they will be sure to help you out. So take advantage of this premium African ruby ring, fissure-filled, with your moissanites, sterling silver ring, yellow gold overlay to give you that shimmering, buttery yellow gold look. But we are moving on to black diamonds. Black diamond. And white diamond. But that center focal gemstone in your ring is a round cut black diamond. Weighing the total gem weight on this is 1.15 carats. This is rhodium over sterling silver. Rhodium is a very fancy metal. It's in the platinum family of metals. That's what the overlay is on this. So even though it's already 925 nickel-free sterling silver, everything that touches your finger is going to be rhodium. And speaking of that, everything that your finger touches, I'm going to show you the undergallery, another finished undergallery. And I know I had mentioned that with that very first ring that we did, which was our sapphire ring, and I showed you that undergallery and how comfortable it is. I failed to show you the undergallery on our smoky quartz ring. Also a finished undergallery. Nice and smooth and comfortable to put on. You watch me take each one on and off probably 10 times during the presentation. Same with your massive 20 karat plus ruby finished undergallery. I'm sensing a pattern. I'm sensing an attention to detail that we just like to do here at Shop LC when we manufacture this jewelry for you. Beautiful piece. I'm loving this one. I don't know if our employee discount's still working this late into the season, or at least the one that we do get for during the holiday season, but that's my business, not yours. We have a one black diamond at the center. That's a 6mm round. That's a 6mm round. Oh, that is it. 1 perfect carat. That's a 1 perfect carat. I was like, where's the carat weight? It's just the number 1. Kind of threw me off. Then you have 28 round white diamonds in that halo surrounding it. Going into the teacher mode with my ruler. Yes, 28 white diamonds surrounding it in that octagon shape. Beautiful setting. 4 prongs holding your diamond securely in place. Here's that joy hallmark in the middle that I was telling you about, and how that just guarantees that it was manufactured in our facilities, and that we spared no expense. Well, we spared tons of expense by cutting out those middlemen, but we spared no attention to detail when it came to manufacturing our piece, so that you could enjoy it, so that you could have a wonderful time wearing it. And we have a lot of bold colors, like in that ruby ring, like in the Thulite that we have coming up, like in my pick of the show, which is this Larimar. We're calling this one a green Larimar. I'll talk more about that when we get to it. But if you're like me, I'm not always the most colorful individual. I like some of getting back to those basics, like your black and your white, your kind of tuxedo-y colors. So I just love. And when people ask what that is, because they're not going to be very familiar with a lot of their dark black gemstones, they might ask, is that onyx? Is that black spinel? Is that, jet? It doesn't really quite look like jet. Jet's a whole different story. It's one of our few organics I actually haven't seen here. I'd love if we got some jet in, but alas, we don't. But we do have black diamonds. Black diamonds were formed. They're some of the earliest diamonds that were formed, and a lot of people believe that some of it actually came from meteor strikes that created even more intense heat and pressure from collisions with the Earth. That's a little bit of speculation there. I'm not saying that this came from space, but I am saying there's a lot of carbon floating out there. Some of it, when it gets into the pull of Earth's gravity, does some interesting things. Anyways, everyday low Shop LC price for diamonds, for a perfect carat of black diamonds, $199.99. But you know the drill by now. Not today. You're watching me, Casey Ford, on the Shop LC live stream. And that means that you're going to use that Live25 discount code when you're checking out. And when you do that, I can do that math in my head even. I'm really good at math, just not when I'm on camera. That brings your price all the way down to $149.99. Or, you know what? We're even going to let you split that into your 5 equal, easy budget payments of $29 or $30 even. $30 even per month brings this black diamond ring to you. Thanks for watching, Oscar and Angel and Don and Melinda. So nice to have you out there. It's so much easier for me knowing that I got some people out there. Some people get nervous when they kind of know that they got people watching, but I prefer it. I get more nervous when I feel like I'm out here talking to myself, which I know I'm not. So, but reassure me that I'm not. Comment in. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know if there's any particular piece that you want me to make sure that I get to. We're going to get to everything. Who am I kidding? But so many beautiful pieces today. I love having this variety. I know it makes me a little motor mouthy because I have so many stories to tell about these gemstones, like just the ancient nature of and the allure of black diamonds. Wow. We have sizes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Another detail that's to kind of mention out here about who we are and what we do. Mary Angela, she wrote us a 5-star review saying he loves his ring, beautifully set. So clearly she got it for the man in her life, or one of the men in her life, and clearly he loves it. Again, a lot of men don't think that they like jewelry, they just haven't gotten the right piece yet. Get them the right piece. Or decide that you're going to get something for yourself because, you know what, I kind of like this. And that's the thing with a lot of men too. It's like you wear, like with me, I wear my little octopus shirt here. It's I can't quite tell with the suit coat, but I get compliments on this shirt, and then it's like I just wear it all the more often. You have no idea like how much like when you give a man a compliment on any one thing, it's all of a sudden his new favorite thing. He's gonna get a compliment on this ring the first time he wears it, and he's gonna wear it every single day then, and he's gonna almost wait for that moment every day when somebody says something. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that when we get to my Larimar ring. Well, this one's not my Larimar ring. My Larimar ring's over there, but I'm going to pull that out when we get to that one. This is your Larimar ring. You're going to love it. An amazing deal. $149.99 after your Live 25 discount code. And really, for rhodium over sterling silver, for a perfect carat of a round cut black diamond, that people are going to, ooh, what is that gemstone? It's a diamond. Really? Yes, it's a black diamond. Just that conversation starter, and just the way that it's going to transfix people, just the way that, and don't be afraid, particularly at a price of $149.99, to just take it off, hand it to them, let them admire it the way that I'm admiring it right now. They're going to fall in love. You're going to fall in love with it. That beautiful comfort fit on the inside. That the joy hallmark, knowing that we've crafted it in our very detail-oriented and well-designed factory based out of Jaipur, India, the jewelry manufacturing capital of the world. Beautiful find, beautiful buy. What do we have coming up next, Elias?
We are going to do our Blue Star Sapphire.
Our Blue Star Sapphire.
Talk about Christmas twinkle.
He's saying, talk about our Christmas twinkle.
Now, we do have a quick studio shout out. We have Venus joining us on Facebook. She commented male ring.
Male ring. Certainly, Venus. That's what we got. That's the name of the show. That's the name of the game. What else do we have? I believe we have a rubelite. We have a turquoisite. We have a champagne diamond. We have a tanzanite. Norwegian thulite. How many of you have even heard of Norwegian thulite? I mean, that's a pretty rare and obscure one.
That's a new one for me.
And once we get to that one too, I'll talk about that and just the size of our company and what it means for us. And another reason that I call ourselves being a nice Goldilocks size when it comes to being just the company that we happen to be at here. And it's kind of hidden over here, but this is one of my few non-rings of the show. I do have a dragon and dragonfly pendant out there for the men, or hey, whoever thinks this is their style. I'm not going to stop you. Don't let anybody stop you out there. And then I got a couple terahertz pieces with a bracelet and a dog tag necklace coming up probably near the end of the show. So we got all kinds of awesome pieces like this Blue Star and diamonds men's ring rhodium over sterling silver. We talked about rhodium already, didn't we? Rhodium is part of that platinum family of metals. It has a lot of kind of like technological applications. I honestly think this is going to be a thing where you buy this ring today, and then years down the road, you'll be talking to your grandchildren, and you're going to say that you have rhodium in your ring, and they're going to laugh at you because like, rhodium, that's like, they can't find that anymore. They put that in our phones. They put that, well, by then it's going to be the chips in their skulls. But, that has so many technological applications. Like, why would you just put it in the ring? And the answer is to make it shimmer and shine that much more. Just a little bit of extra reflection in your ring. And then it's behind me, so let's look at these you got these little 8-point stars with diamonds. Those are diamonds, not, we got 8 of them total, so 4 on each shoulder. In those we have little 5-point stars and little 8-point stars, and the 8-point stars have bezel set diamonds in them. Not crystals, not glass, but actual diamonds. No labor lost on this one. What a beautiful piece. And again, I keep talking about that comfort fit on the bottom, making it so much easier to wear. A lot of my rings that I do wear, and not all of them are from here, I'm kind of like taking them off and putting them on throughout the day. Well, we got a model on a woman's hand here, but like I keep saying, it's just it's a men's jewelry show, but you don't need to be a man to wear it. If this is your style, if this is your speed, go for it. There's nothing stopping you. I sure won't stop you. Take advantage of it. But I've barely gotten to the star of the show, which is that 10 by 8 millimeter cabochon cut. Of course, it's a cabochon when it comes to your star sapphires or any of your star gemstones. There's such a thing as star rubies. We have star diopside. Star diopsides have a 4-point, but all of your corundum star minerals have asterism. And asterism just kind of means star, aster, star. That's from the Latin or the Greek. I forget which one exactly, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try my best to, maybe it's best in this image, but you get a 6-point star with star gemstones from the corundum there. She's showing it so much better than I can, but you're just seeing the way that the light hits that ring, and you get that boom, that beam. It's like a hologram moving across the table of your gemstone. It's really this phenomenon effect. I have such a love for the phenomenon gemstones, and you're getting that phenomenon with this piece, with your star sapphire. This is a simple diffusion process that's done to it to help out, to bring out the most out of that star. It's a little tricky for me to see in the studio because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 lights hitting me right now, so it's trying to give me 9 different stars. But when this is being hit by a single source of light, like, oh, what's a nice big single source of light? The sun. That's what's really going to pull out that star the most clear and the most easy to see. So actually, you know what? I'm going to try, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, so bear with me, please.
We're about to go. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I'm going to hit it with my phone light here. Yeah, see, when I hit it a little bit closer with just that one light from my phone, you're seeing that star come out a lot better because it's a little more individually hit by one focused source of light. But yeah, I mean, that wasn't too hard for me to do, was it? I just hit the flashlight on my phone, put it out there, and hit it with that single source of light, and it just made the star come through so much more clearly. And it's going to come so much more clearly to your own eyes, it's going to give you that hologram effect like I was talking about, where the star almost feels like it's hovering a little bit above the gemstone because of the way that it focuses the light and the way that it's going to hit both of your eyes differently. It's almost a 3-dimensional effect. Anyways, let's get to the price on your incredible star sapphire ring. Everyday low price is $134.99. Great deal for rhodium over sterling silver, for a blue star sapphire, for your diamonds in that beautifully designed setting with your stars that those diamonds are set in. And then those 5-point stars that, well, they didn't even need a diamond. They just get to shine and sparkle all on their own. $134.99. But you know the drill. You're watching me, Casey Ford. You're going to take advantage of that live 25 discount code, and that's going to bring it down to almost under $100. Not quite, though, but oh no, $101.24. Just $101.24 for a phenomenon gemstone. Not just a phenomenal gemstone, but a phenomenon gemstone that gives you that asterism, that gives you that star, that gives you that effect that's going to transfix you. And then when you show this off to people, they're going to wonder what sorcery you're up to. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. Carlos G, 5-star review on our website, says this ring is a hit. Great looking star under direct light. Well made. And again, Carlos, great point. That direct light thing that I just showed you by shining my phone light at it, nothing fancy about a phone light. You have one on your own phone. It's not like it's some high technology. It's just a big LED. But even just that, boom, immediately teases that star out. And Anita M said, beautiful birthday gift for grandson. He loves it. Says he lives it. But, well, maybe he does live it. He's really into it. I'm sure he is really into it. But what a great gift for a grandson. I mean, I'm not going to assume how old Anita's grandson happens to be, but if he loves it, he loves it. If he loves it, he loves it. But yes, any point in life, whether it be a graduation, a birthday, or a whatever. Again, I don't think people understand that it's not that a lot of men don't like jewelry, it's that they just haven't been given the right piece. But when they receive it, it's going to make them remember you for the rest of their life. So Anita, that's what's so beautiful about this, is that whenever your grandson puts this ring on, he's thinking of you, he's remembering you. And that's the kind of legacy that jewelry can leave behind. And that can leave behind for even as low as $101 and what was it, 25? Yeah, $101.24. Or you can do that budget payments for simple, easy budget payments of $25.31 over the course of 4 months, and the ring is yours. Beautiful piece, nice and playful. I just love the stars. I love looking up at the sky. I do some little moon photography and things like that with this little fancy telescope thing for my phone that I got for the eclipse, actually. But I still use it on the moon on occasion. So yes, there's just something that, if you or someone you know or someone you love is just into the stars, take advantage. And like you saw with the model modeling on her hand, just because it's a men's jewelry show, you don't need to be a man to wear it. You just need to have a great taste in jewelry. So if you've got great taste in jewelry, take advantage of Blue Star Sapphire. And now we are moving on to a doorbuster presentation. And that's another thing I wanted to mention is that we are Shop LC. We have so many ways to shop with us at Shop LC. This is just one of the ways. One of my favorite ways, because it's how I get to bring these things to you. But we have a live 24/7, 365 broadcast that happens every day of the week on cable, on satellite, on Roku, on every which way. That never stops. We took a break yesterday on Christmas, but they didn't. But I tend to get the leftovers from that. So this is what remains of the doorbuster deals that we've been doing since the beginning of the holidays. And for me to have it just means that there's not enough left for us to bring it on air where the airtime is incredibly expensive. So I get what remains. And I only have the sizes 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 left in Turquoisite. I'll talk a little bit more about Turquoisite in a moment. But it just means that I get the last of what we have. I get the leftovers. But it means that I can slash the price with that Live 25 discount code so that we move out the remainder of what we have left in the vault so that we can clear up the space for the new year inventory and you get to take advantage of beautiful jewelry. So that's kind of the main reason. That's the behind the scenes of what I'm doing out here with the live stream and what anybody's doing out with the live stream. We're trying to move some of the remainder of our low quantity, what remains product so that you can get amazing low prices and we can move on to the brand new stuff that will be coming in shortly. But yes, this is a doorbuster AAA turquoisite and moissanite ring, 2.8 carats total gem weight, 18 karat vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver. Wow. And again, I'm going to show you that comfort, or that finished under gallery here that makes itself comfortable to wear. But yes, that is, is this just a square octagon cut, just a square octagon cut. Come on, Casey. It's more than just a square octagon cut. This one being a 7x7 millimeter, 2.23 carats. And it then you have 16 round moissanites and an additional baguette cut moissanites going up and down the shoulders. So actually, I really love the design in this one because you have the shoulders with your baguette cuts and that go all the way up to the center setting, and then you have a half halo of round cut moissanites along the bottom and a half halo of round cut moissanites along the top there. Okay, so that's 16 rounds and 16 baguettes in your moissanites. So even Steven, 16 and 16 for 32 moissanites total. Total gem weight, as I said, 2.8 carats. Beautiful piece, but hey, yeah, you're talking all about this design. You're talking about this. You're talking about the under gallery. You're talking about the moissanites. But what's turquoisite? What is turquoisite? Turquoisite is sourced from, it's another single source gemstone, much like tanzanite, which we'll be getting to. Turquoisite comes from, you guessed it, Turkey. But it is a color change, it's a color change diopside. There are only so many color change gemstones on this planet. Another phenomenon gemstone. That's why I'm so glad to have it in my show. I just have I love phenomenon gemstones. I love pieces of jewelry that just do something really fun and fancy with the light, and that's what this does because of its color change. Get a little bit of an idea here in the TV behind me, where it kind of goes from this kind of earthy, greenish, brownish, but then you can tease out some peaches, pinky colors, but they stay very earthy. They don't get too ostentatious, but depending on the light source, depending on whether I'm under these panel lights, like I keep saying, but if you look at this in candlelight, it's going to show different colors. If you look at this under sunlight, it's going to show you different colors. If you look at it under just a classical light bulb, different colors, and it depends on the angles that you look at it too. You might even say, you know what, I thought I heard about that gemstone, but I didn't think it was called turquoisite. I thought it was called something else. Well, you know what, this is a relatively recent discovery, and you have a lot of companies that are trying to get in on it and trying to brand it. It's as simple as that. So you have companies that have trademarked their supplies of this gemstone as other things. They like to talk about different types of Eastern royalties. So if you've heard anything about Zoltans or Czars or things like that, I'm not going to say the names. I think I could get in trouble for but I think you might get the idea. We just went with the name, with the source for the namesake, and we call it turquoisite. But it's the same thing, coming from the exact same mine as the other names that you know this gemstone by, if you've heard of this gemstone. But that's the thing too. When I first presented this one out here, I called it kind of like getting in on an initial public offering, an IPO, where a company says that they're going to go public and you can get in on a stock the first time that they're going to offer stock options on something. And, you know, it's a risk. I'm not saying, and I don't like talking about things as investment purposes. I like to talk about things as, hey, if you love it, get it. If you love it, take advantage and enjoy it. But because turquoisite isn't that well known at the moment, and because there is such a fight for the branding, for the namesake, for what the future of this gemstone is going to be, I can just see this gemstone, particularly being from a single source on the planet, getting to the point where it's just not that affordable once we figure out once everybody gets on the same page about it. Once it does become as popular as it has the potential to become, once its name gets out there into the world, trust me, you're not going to pay the price that we're offering on this today. Everyday low price on this gemstone, $374.99. You know the drill by now. I keep saying you know the drill by now. I need to fix that up. I don't like it when I keep repeating myself. It's no fun, is it? $281.24. Just $281.24 on turquoisite, on moissanite, on 18 karat vermeil yellow gold, over 925 nickel-free sterling silver. So for under $300, you can get in on a beautiful gemstone in a beautiful ring, a natural phenomenon, color-changing gemstone that's going to mystify you. I mean, how cool is it that you're going to be able to wear this ring? Oh, wow, what a beautiful color. And then walk out into the sunlight and, oh, look at this color. And just, it's going to surprise you all the time. And you're going to keep admiring it. You're going to kind of start taking it into different light sources. Like, oh, what's it like over here? Oh, what's it like over there? It's going to surprise you. It's going to not match your mood or anything. We're not talking about some cheap plastic mood ring from back in the day. We're talking about an actual color-changing gemstone that's also well-reviewed on that website. Like Jean, she wrote in 5-star review, another wonderful addition to our turquoisite collection. So this isn't her first This isn't her first turquoisite, and she was glad to add it to her collection, or her and her husband's collection, or whomever. Or like I said, I know we're calling it a men's jewelry show, but you don't need to be a man to wear it. You just need to love big, bold, beautiful designs. And then we had Robert H. write in with his 5-star review, another man, a few words, his 5-star review. Wow! With exclamation point. Well, I love that. It is kind of a funny pattern that we have. We have a lot of men for the men's jewelry show with their reviews, and some of them are a lot shorter than some of the women's reviews. Francis J. Simply put, this is one of the nicest rings I now own, and I own quite a few. Great look. That's great to hear. Ooh, then Michael C. He wrote in 5-star review, amazing ring, and he even sent in a picture of him wearing this ring. It looks real snazzy on him. And he says, received nice compliments on this ring. Oh, he must have gotten this watching Tony on the live broadcast. Thanks, Tony. Love watching when he's on the air. Well, Tony getting all the credit for this one. That's fine. But glad that you loved it, Michael. I'm glad that you sent in a picture with it. You can do that too. I want to see how it looks on you. And again,
have a quantity of just 24 of these.
We only have 24. Again, like I said, live broadcast, 24, not really enough, particularly at this low price to spend on the broadcast airtime for it. But hey, this is the live stream. It doesn't matter to us quite as much, which is why I can bring you such a limited quantity on this piece. And again, you can split this into 5 easy budget payments of just $56.25. 5 easy budget payments, no interest, no fees, no credit checks. Just click that budget pay option at checkout. This one, of course, is Comment Sold 106. Comment Sold 106 in the chat on Facebook or Instagram. All that means is that we will send you automatically a DM with the link to our website where you can check this out. You can see all the details that I see off to the side. You can make the call for yourself. Just please don't forget to put that live 25 discount code in at the end, because I want to make sure that you save every cent you can on this beautiful piece. And of course, it coming in at the price it does, you're going to get free shipping as well on this. So don't miss it.
Now we do have a studio shout out. We have Vicky joining us on Facebook. She commented beautiful, and she also commented, I have one with yellow diamonds.
Ooh, she has a ring with yellow diamonds. Do we have a yellow diamond coming up later on, or is that?
That'll be coming in momentarily. We are at the top of the hour.
Ooh, that's not a yellow diamond. That's something a little fancier
yeah.
than. Well, I don't want to say fancier than diamonds because that's kind of a. That's subjective now, isn't it?
Now we are at the top of the hour, so we are going to do a re-intro, and then we'll jump into the Laramar.
Okay, we are at that top, well, close to the top of the hour. Close enough for me. I'm Casey Ford. You are watching the Shop LC live stream. Shop LC, we sell things so many different ways. Like I said, we have that live broadcast. We have our personal shoppers that you can call at 888-835-2237. Like I said, we've got mostly rings today. We've got a pendant. We've got some terahertz. But hey, if you're looking for a necklace, if you're looking for a chain or earrings or something else, or you're just not in the mood for men's jewelry right now, just call our personal shoppers at 888-835-2237. Tell them what you're looking for. They will hook you up. They're happy to do so. They are in the same building as me. They are real. They're not robots. They're not taken over by AI. They're not 30,000 miles away. They are right here in the building with me, and they would love to help you out. So if you're looking for something that I just can't happen to offer you at the moment, they will take care of you. Or if you're having trouble figuring out how to take advantage of these, call them up, say, hey, I'm not following this comment sold, too much technicalities for me, just I want to buy that turquoisite ring. They will help you out. They will make sure that it is yours. So great service that we offer. We also on our website have our $1 online auctions. That's kind of a just online auction style. If you're familiar with the big famous one from back in the day. But we offer jewelry and all of our non-jewelry products as well. We have beauty, skincare, kitchen, home, fashion. I mean, we've got it all here at Shop LC. Those are mostly closeout deals that we get from other sources. But yeah, you can take home beautiful pieces of jewelry and home products for as little as $1 using our $1 online auctions. So that's on our website, shoplc.com. You can watch the live broadcast. You can look through our entire catalog on our website. There are so many ways to shop with us. It's kind of ridiculous, quite frankly. But I'm glad that you're watching one of the more niche ways to shop with Shop LC, and that's with me, Casey Ford, on the live stream. I'm used to be on that side of the cameras, but I just have so many amazing deals. I finally came out, I stopped being nervous and decided to come out on this side of the lens to show off some amazing deals on jewelry to you. Follow me on Facebook or wherever. I am on Instagram, but I don't really update that one too much. I'm going to try and get better in the new year. It's one of my New Year's resolutions is to post more on that page, more behind the scenes, more just of these stories I keep telling you about. Oh, you keep talking, you went to the Swooky Quartz mine. Well, okay, maybe I can dig up the footage for when I actually went there in advance. But either way, great deals, but we are moving on to my pick of the show, which is Laramar. We are calling this natural green Laramar. It's not green. When we're talking green when it comes to Laramar, we're talking more about like a sea foamy bluish green. That's just the matter of how the colors takes when it comes to this gemstone. Kind of like if you look at a green sapphire isn't like a deep, vibrant, grassy green. It's more of like an earthy, brownish green. It's just the way that it takes the minerals that provide that color to it. So I would still say that this is predominantly blue, but yes, it has more of a tint of green to it than your basic standard Laramar. And I'm going to show you another Laramar in a minute here, but I don't want to get you confused at the moment. So this is natural green Laramar and white zircon. So that outer halo here, a whole bunch of white zircons. Not zirconia, zircon. White zircon is one of the most ancient, earliest foreign minerals in the Earth's crust. White, sparkling, beautiful, just a beautiful piece. And rhodium over sterling silver. Again, rhodium, that fancy platinum family metal, and we just coated your 925 nickel-free sterling silver with that to give it some extra sheen and shine, to make it more reflective, to make it more luxurious, to make it feel even smoother on your finger, even with that finished undergallery that makes it so easy to wear. We've got this in size 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. There's 40 round zircons to be precise on that, and that is a 10 by 8 millimeter Larimar at the center. Larimar is another single source gemstone. It is sourced specifically from the Dominican Republic, from a volcanic region. It is a pectolite, which basically means it's a volcanically formed gemstone. So it's kind of amazing that something so oceanic blue, almost like the churning of the sea, came and was born from such heat and magma and just, the pressure and heat that formed in a volcano. There was some talk of us going there to film the Larimar mines, but it was kind of you're going to get to go to the Dominican Republic. It's like, trust me, we're not going to be at the resort in the Dominican Republic. We're going to be swatting some mosquitoes left and right, like at the base of a volcano. Having a great time, because we always do on those trips, but having a very exhausting time. But the safety protocols, it didn't work out. So this is one of the few gemstones I haven't actually gotten to go to the source for. Oh, shucks. But one of these days. But even the name, Larimar. It's a portmanteau, which is when you take two words and push them together. Here we have somebody sorting through some Larimar. See, that's the blue variety. Larimar is a combination of two words. Larissa, which was the name of the discoverer, and mar, which is the Spanish word for the ocean, sea. So it's literally his daughter's name and the sea. Just his love for his daughter and just that beautiful blue color. Oh, we haven't got some huge. Yes, here's the rough form. Doesn't that just look like a satellite view of a little cove, a little bay out there in the Dominican Republic or in the Caribbean? Ooh, yeah, that kind of has more of those greenish shades. But yeah, that just looks like a satellite view of a little hidden cove. Yeah, like a little island, the ocean, just that. I love gemstones that are so reminiscent of things like that. Those are kind of two of my favorites. Knowing the actual source of a thing, I love things like meteorites and fossils. I love phenomenon gemstones, and I love Larimar. I love Larimar so much. I don't wear this ring every day, but I wear this ring almost every day. This is my Larimar, not for sale. I don't know if we have any more of these in stock, but I could use a cleaning. I'm bad about that, but I did get this from here at Shop LC. But this is my cabochon round Larimar ring. I get compliments on this all the time when I wear it. Sometimes people mistake it for turquoise just because it's so big, and Larimar is not the most famous gemstone out there. Let me tell you a little bit more about why I'm so personally passionate about Larimar. My grandfather went with my grandmother to the Dominican Republic years ago, and he bought, the story gets lost to time. I forgot if my grandmother bought it for him or if he bought it for himself, or it was just a back and forth thing. But in the Dominican Republic, he did end up with a Larimar ring that he wears, and he still wears it to this day. He is 98 years old, and he still wears it, and he still gets compliments on it almost every time he goes out. Granted, there's something remarkable. He gets compliments just for existing and still driving and still being like an actual cogent human being who interacts with the world at 98. But they see his ring, and they always ask him, what is that? So it's a beautiful ring, and look, I imagine I stand to inherit it at some point, but I didn't want to be in any rush, so I said I'm getting my own ring so that I'm not just waiting, staring, and complimenting in his own ring. But I get the compliments too. Just a beautiful gemstone, and knowing that there's that story behind it, and knowing that even back when, I'm not even going to pretend to guess what decade he would have received that one in, but that he probably spent a lot more than you're going to spend on this ring. And I'll tell you one thing, you got a lot more metal in this, you have a lot more metal work, you have a lot more design in this. You guys have a lot going on here. And our amazing, Shop LC price, any other day of the week, $104.99. But you know the drill. Live 25 discount code. I'm going to stop saying you know the drill. Working on it. Live 25 discount code. After your 25% discount, that takes it all the way down to $78.74. $78.74, and we'll even let you put this one on budget pay. 4 budget pay is not your typical 5, but hey, at $19.69 per month for 4 months, I think that's just fine. I mean, that's more than most streaming services. That's if I order takeout on my way home to pick up through one of the services to pick it up, I'm probably going to spend more than that on my dinner tonight. I'm not doing that. I got so many leftovers from what I cooked for myself. But, wow.
Speaking of leftovers, we have 32 of these available.
We have 32 of these available. I'm surprised we have that many left. Sizes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This one is comment sold.
We are sold 107.
107. Comment sold 107 on Facebook or Instagram. It's not an obligation. It's just means that we send you a DM that you can click on to get to our website so you can look at the same information I'm looking at. Well, you can't get all the information that's in my skull. That's mine. That's what I'm trying to share with you. But you can look at all those item details. You can see that same price. But just do not forget to use that Live25 discount code when you do. Again, look at the blues in this one. And like I said, this is a green Larimar, but it's just kind of a sea foaminess to it. It's not like it's green. It's blue with a hint of that sea foaminess. Beautiful color. I mean, seafoam was all the rage. I think it still is. It's just a nice, relaxing color. Just puts people at ease. I mean, it's a gemstone where when you look at it, you can almost hear the ocean waves churning. And it's just a nice piece to kind of look at, relax, ground yourself, remind yourself. You know, if you believe all that, like, oh, this gemstone does this gemstone does that, good for you. I'm not really that kind of person, but I do think that gemstones can symbolize a thing, and I think that they can remind us of things. I think you can wear this ring and understand that I wear mine to remind myself of my grandfather, not that I need too much of a reminder. Think of the guy every day, but same with this. You can just decide what this ring means to you. Wear it, and you're going to wear it all the time. And I love these double prongs that we have on let me show you probably getting a better view on TikTok right now showing the Instagram, Facebook, website, app, phone. But wow. Beautiful ring, beautiful piece. You will not regret that one. And now another gemstone where I've got a lot of groundwork to do because it's another one that maybe you've heard of, maybe you haven't. I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you're a gemstone phenom or I don't know if you're brand new to this. But that's the thing. I want to share these stories with you so that you know what story to share when you do get the compliments that you're going to receive on your pieces. Starting really quick with that under gallery, that finished under gallery, that comfort. And that's just look, I don't have it with me today, but I have a ring of my father's from, that's a turquoise ring that I wear frequently. And it's not comfort fit on the bottom. Whoop, that went flying, didn't it? It's also durable and it's 925 platinum. I kind of got stuck on my thumb and then got stupid about how I took it off. Anyways, it's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Because it's bezel set like that. It's nice and bezel set for your comfort. I've been real hard on the jewelry out here. I've dropped a couple pieces. I don't know what it is today. But hey, that's the point. It's men's jewelry. If you're tough on your rings, if you're tough on your stuff, it's gonna put up a little bit of torture, like I've been torturing these rings all afternoon long. I've got another 55 minutes with you, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings, a pendant, and a couple terahertz pieces with you, for you.
And this is our sold 108.
This one is comment sold 108. I'm just admiring the scroll work on this one, admiring all that silver work on the shoulders, on that under gallery as I've already shown you. That the Joy stamp on the inside, guaranteeing that we put the utmost care into its manufacturing. That is a 7.4 carat Norwegian Thulite. Cabochon cut, 14 by 10 millimeters. So that's over a centimeter wide and almost a centimeter and a half tall. That's a big old gemstone at 7.4 carats. A little bit of stabilization going on with it just to keep that gemstone nice and durable. It is obviously bezel set, that cabochon is. I love that gallery view as well. The Norwegian Thulite, I think it's pretty clear where that one comes from. It comes from Norway. But it's a really remote region. Talking again about we love to go and film and document where we get these gemstones from. And I was at the Tucson Gem Show, I think, when we found the vendor who came directly from the mine with this material, and we bought like the whole drum of the rough, shipped it off to our factories to be put into beautiful jewelry like this, shipped it to our warehouse, and now I present it to you. But here's the other point I was hoping to make with the Larimar, but I got too many stories about Larimar, so I got carried away. I like to think of Shop LC as a nice Goldilocks-sized company where there are bigger home shopping networks out there, but when they look at a parcel of something as rare and frankly just not as well known in the marketplace as Norwegian Thulite, they say, yeah, it's pretty. Nah, we got 100,000 customers. If I can't make 100,000 to the thing, then it's not worth our time. See ya. You got smaller companies where they can get in on it and they do want to buy that parcel of Thulite, but they just don't have that much. They either don't have the cash on hand, they're not big enough, they don't have the relationships in the industry that our buyers have, so they can't get as good of a deal on it. We are the right Goldilocks size. I mean, Anker's office is right there. He goes and does the negotiations himself. That's not even his role anymore, but you cannot stop the man. I watched him wear people down on negotiations for hours. It's exhausting just watching him drag every last penny out of getting the rough home that then we manufacture into this beautiful jewelry. But we're the right size company that we can go in, we can look at a small parcel of something, you saw the rough, well, yeah, you got the rough between his fingers, you see the process, the cutting, the shaping, all the steps that go into the manufacturing process to bring this piece home to you. Eventually it's going to circle back around to those rough before they even, the calibration, the shaping, before they do it's already been cabochon, but now it's doing the polishing process on the polishing wheel, that one being, okay. I mean, look at that one, assuming that is. But that's what we would buy. We don't buy the finished pieces. This is us at our factory doing all these things. So again, cutting out the middlemen. You go to some of these people and be like, yeah, we got this rough, but we'll do the cutting, we'll do the shaping. It's like, no, we got that. We got that under control. We have the people who know how to do it and do it well. But we will buy the whole parcel. And it's not that big of a parcel of that big, those kind of unassuming, these unassuming pink rocks that I feel like I could pick one of those up in my backyard and not even really know what I'm looking at. But this comes from such a remote region of Norway, they actually have to airlift it out by helicopter. Oh, Elliot, see, he's got a smug little smile on his face, and he just pointed at the TV, but he's got this little leg. Norway. Okay, this is the promo that we play for this one. This is made by one of my videographers, Daniel. Oh, things that Norway's known for, and their trolls. But yeah, just the beautiful. I gotta get to Norway one of these days. I would love to see more of Europe. I would love to see more of kind of Scandinavia. But yeah, they have to lift it out by helicopter because it's just the only way to get out. Yeah, we did a little joke with the troll on there as well. But yeah, it's so remote that it has to get airlifted out. Such small parcels, nobody else gets in on it, but we get in on it. We get in on it, and we place it with its beautiful pink hues. But just that organic nature that you get with your opaque gemstones, it's not just like a pink sapphire. You get a lot of personality in that color of it. You get a lot of personality in that banding. Those little swirls that maybe aren't showing too great on the phone cameras here. Alex has my back. He's just on top of it today. I mean, it's tough with me. It's tough with me and my motor mouth, and it's tough when I have this amazing variety of different gemstones. It's not like we just queued up all the Tanzanite footage. He's just boo, 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 boo. And I used to be a director behind the scenes that kind of had to do stuff like that. So I know how anticipatory you got to be and how well you got to be listening. So thank you, Elias. But yeah, look at all the coloring. Look at all the different shadings that you get in it. All that personality. No two Thulites are going to be exactly the same, but you're going to get the one that was meant for you. And you're going to get it for everyday low price, $69.99. That we are already starting well under $100 for this much silver. I mean, this is a hefty ring just for the silver weight in this. Take the Thulite, that rare airlifted out of Norway gemstone, take that out of the equation entirely, and you're going to pay more than $70 for just this silver at any jeweler that you go to. And it would still be a beautiful ring, particularly with all that scroll work, all that beading, all that attention to detail. But we're only starting at $69.99. You are going to take advantage of that Live 25 discount code, which brings your price down to $52.49. Free shipping on that one as well. Free shipping. You're not even going to pay to have it delivered directly to your doorstep so that you can admire it for yourself at last. And you can even split this into just 3 budget payments because, come on, that price is already so low. But you're going to split into 3 equal monthly budget payments of $17.50. Just $17.50 per month for 3 months. So it's going to be paid off by January, February, March. It'll be entirely paid off well before Easter. Wow. 7.4 carats. 14 by 10 millimeters in that beautiful piece. Securely set. You got a little bit of oxidization, it's an oxidized sterling silver. That's really just gives you kind of a bit of a two-tone. Not so much on the front there, but you can tell a lot more from the silver that you're seeing behind your undergallery on this one. Dixie, Christy, Mariella, thanks for joining. Nice to see you out there. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Hope you had an amazing Christmas. It's Boxing Day. Hope you're enjoying this Boxing Day with me. Alex, do you even know what Boxing Day is?
I don't. I used to box, so I was thinking boxing.
Unfortunately, Boxing Day has nothing to do with boxing. We're not gonna duke it out here. No, Boxing Day being more of a Canadian thing, but I grew up in the city of Tonawanda outside of Buffalo, kind of right between Buffalo and Niagara Falls, right on the Canadian border. So it's more of just sort of a day after Christmas, sort of going to the store, returning the things, getting the deals, buying what you didn't get for yourself, kind of. I think it's more like boxing, like we put it back in the box because we're going to take it somewhere and do something with it.
So basically a return day.
Yeah, it's kind of a return day. I don't know, it's funny, like even up there, the way they talk about it, it's kind of hard to figure it out exactly. And I'm not even talking about Dingus Day. That's what we do around the whole other story. We're nowhere near the holiday. I'm on a tangent. I'm always on a tangent. That's what I do. I'm Casey Ford. You're watching the Shop LC live stream. We got 45 minutes left, and we have this ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rings. A pendant. I think this is Balinese. Coming up in a bit, and then we have a couple terahertz pieces. We'll move quick on the terahertz. Those are going to be incredibly affordable. But what do you think this one is?
9 pieces left.
What do you think this one is? I've been telling you what all the gemstones are all day long. Why don't you tell me what the gemstone is? When Vicky wrote in that she has one with yellow diamonds, this one caught my eye, and for a second I thought it was the yellow diamond. Then I caught my mistake and realized, no, it's nice and beautiful and kind of warm like the sun. That's a hint.
I think of that song, I've Got Sunshine. It's a classic.
Alex is thinking about that song, I've Got Sunshine.
I forgot the rest of the song.
He forgot the rest of the song now. So
That's another took.
you might say that this one is a gift from the sun.
Mm.
That's because it is Heliodor. Heliodor is another kind of portmanteau, much like Larimar, Larissa, Mar, Larissa, and the sea. Heliodor, Helios, is Greek for the sun. Dor is gift. Heliodor, a gift from the sun. It is from the beryl family of gemstones. So that means that this is in the same family as some of your favorites, like aquamarine, like emerald. But this is also from Brazil, much as most of our aquamarine is. So I kind of love that about it too. How they both come from Brazil, and you have aquamarine, like that stone of water. Then you have this gemstone from the same family, also from Brazil. That's that gift from the sun. So the sun, the heat, the fire, and the water, and the ocean, and the sea. I just love that kind of look and feel, and just the notion behind it. And then all those white shimmering gemstones that you have first in that boxy halo surrounding your round cut Heliodor. That is a 6mm 81 point Heliodor at that. All those white gems, sparkling gemstones though, are moisanites. Moisanites are a man-made gemstone, but they are taking the world by storm because what makes them really special is that they have a very high refractive index, a higher refractive index than a diamond. You know that college poster with the prism and the light hitting it, the album cover, and then the rainbow comes out the other side. These split the light in that manner more than even a diamond to give you that kind of rainbow flash of color. So many celebrities are getting in on moisanites these days. They're just very hot. I mean, I've talked a lot about white sparkling gemstones out here and how it's a great time to get in on them. Lab-grown diamonds are fighting for your attention. Earth mine diamonds fighting for your attention. Swarovski crystals fighting for your attention. And they're all trying to get your attention and come in at a low enough price that they have your attention. So competition is good for the market right now, and it's going to be great for you. But wow, 44 round cut moisanites. Oh, yeah, that boxy halo, but then you have on the shoulders 2 little rows of your moisanites. Another finished under gallery, of course. You know the drill right now, but I want to give you that full tour. Some of you are probably, yeah, I've seen the backs of all the rings, Casey. You know, what are you doing? Who cares? Well, I care. And trust me, you're going to care too when you put this one on. It's just so much more comfortable. And yeah, look at here. Here we are at... Which gem show is this? This was the Tucson 2024 gem show. Lauren went to that one. I wasn't at that one. I used to be at all the stuff, but now I'm trying to take a step back and let some of the other people admire it and do their thing. But yeah, this is what we do. We go to these gem shows around the world, some of the biggest ones that there are. There's actually a gem show in Austin in about a week, but it's not like, even though it's right in our own backyard, it's not really big enough, so we're not even bothering with it because we know we're not going to be able to get the deals with the people that we have the relationships with. Like presumably this guy here who's, admiring his own gemstones at the moment. And,
I might have to go check out that.
but that beautiful orangey yellow color. Like I said, I kind of mistook this for half a second for a yellow diamond when somebody mentioned yellow diamonds. Christina, thanks for following. But yes, that one round 6mm Heliodor weighing 81 points. Now, a little bit of a radiation treatment, but don't worry. If you hold a Geiger counter up to this, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to... Just a little bit of thing that we do to even out the color and maximize the color that pops out of this.
Oh man, it won't turn me to the Hulk. Radiation.
Another incredibly well-reviewed piece on our website. James N. wrote, in beautiful color, never heard of this stone before. Glad I found Shop LC. Again, great point, James, and that's what I'm saying out here. You know, we get to bring you these gemstones that you may have never heard of before. I don't know what your level of expertise is when it comes to gemology, but come on, like, raise your hand if you had heard of Thulite, or let me know if you haven't heard of Thulite. Raise your hand if you had heard or not heard of Larimar. Did you know that sapphires could have a star? Did you know about turquoisite in its color change properties? And that's just what I still have out here next to me. Did you know that there was such a thing as black diamonds? And then Marvin wrote in with his review another, not all the men of words out there. He just says very nice, but it is certainly very nice. So thank you, Marvin. Glad you like your purchase. Everyday low price from Shop LC on this one as well. For your Heliodor, for your moissanite, for your rhodium over sterling silver, another 925 nickel-free sterling silver setting with that fancy rhodium metal coating it so that everything that touches your skin is rhodium. After your live 25 discount code, that you don't forget to use it, you're only going to pay $82.49. So we are well under $100 for Heliodor and moissanite, 1.25 carats total. Another stately piece, another beautiful piece, and another piece that we were kind of all over the place with the budget pays today just because the pricing has been so amazing. We've had things on 3, 4, and 5 budget pays. This one is a 4 budget payer for just $20.62 per month for 4 months. No interest, no fees, no credit checks, none of that nonsense, just savings. And that's really simple to do. You're just going to comment sold 108. That's the Thulite, it looks like.
Oh,
I think we're a little frozen.
We're
We're a little leggy on one of the things right now. I shouldn't exacerbate it by pretending to be leggy. Well, what was it?
This is going to be our sold 109.
Okay, so this is comment sold 109. Again, if you are on Facebook or Instagram, just comment sold 109. Not an obligation. We send you the link. You click it. Takes you to the website. And just at checkout, click that option for budget pay. And also just be sure to use that Live 25 discount code, LIVE25. And that gives you 25% off that $109.99 price, taking it down to $82 and change.
We're going to do next our Rubelite, and then we'll jump into Tanzanite.
Okay, we are moving up the ladder when it comes to rarity, when it comes to luxury, when it comes to, well, all kinds of things. Look at all these ring stands vanishing as I put them away as we move downwards through our show. giving you a quick rundown. We have a rubellite. That's the next one coming up. We also have champagne diamonds. We have tanzanites. We have, another color change gemstone. Another little more renowned, little more famous color change gemstone than the turquoisite that I had earlier. And I believe that's another tanzanite that we have.
Correct.
But right now, AAA Urufino rubellite. Okay. I'm already distracted by the accent stones on this one. I'm already distracted by the accent stones. I mean, I got two huge stories I got to tell you about the gemstones in this ring, because they're both incredibly rare and they're both just amazing. But shall we start with our octagon cut Urufino rubellite at the center, weighing 1.93 carats. That is a 7 by 7 millimeter rosy pink, AAA graded. Rubellite comes from the tourmaline family. Tourmaline is the rainbow family of gemstones. It's actually, if I'm not mistaken, I might be on this one. So correct me if I'm wrong, and please do in the chat. I think that's actually the official gemstone of the United States, is just the family of gemstones, tourmaline.
Let me look that up.
I at least heard somebody say that, but then I think I tried to look it up once, and either way, it should be, because tourmaline comes in just a massively wide variety of colors. But one of the most sought after colors of tourmaline is rubellite. I mean, a lot of your tourmaline colors, green tourmaline, yellow tourmaline, brown tourmaline, you just say the color, then say tourmaline. But there's a few very special ones that get their own names. And
You actually got that right. It's actually in our top 5 in the U.S. We got tourmaline as number 1, turquoise as number 2, emerald, amulite, and red beryl.
amylite,
Yes, amylite.
that doesn't seem fair. Amylite comes from Canada, so we
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to steal that for our... Anyways. I do know a thing or two. I think that's why they let me out here from time to time. Anyways, the most sought after, the rarest, is rubellite. When you are looking for a tourmaline, this is the color you want. The other ones are indicolite, indicon, indigo. That's kind of a bluish color, and then Paraiba tourmaline, which is a kind of a like minty, winter fresh, money green. Which is I love that one, and so does one of our head buyers, Pradeep. But that's a different tourmaline for a different time, because I've got the rubellite out here. I've got the rubellite. It was mistaken for diamonds. It was mistaken for rubies. Excuse me. I got all kinds of weird alerts on my watch on my phone. Threw me off for a second there, but I'm back in it. Mistaken for rubies. But when the conquistadors came over to Brazil, I mean, it wouldn't have been Brazil at the time, but you get the drift. They would find these gemstones, these beautiful, beautiful gemstones, and they didn't know what to do with them. They didn't know what they were. I mean, they weren't all gemologists. They just knew that these were precious. They would put them in these boxes and ship them back to their home countries, and they would just label the boxes Tourmaline. Tourmaline meant mixed gems, because they didn't know what they were looking at. They would kind of go, "Whoa, geez, these look like rubies. Oh, these look like emeralds." But they were all tourmalines. But the tourmaline, the mixed gems, it just stuck. That's how they got the term tourmaline. But these were the most sought after. Actually, there is a gem in the royal crown that they thought was a ruby, but it wasn't. But anyways, that is your Urufino rubellite, sourced from Brazil, some of the highest quality. That's why I'm so surprised we put this in 18 karat vermeil yellow gold over 925 sterling silver. But I just love that warm yellow color, but that we made it more affordable by doing that 18 karat vermeil over your sterling silver. Most of our men's rings have been sterling silver. We will have an exception with our Rhapsody Tanzanite piece, of course. But just for that durability, just the way that men can be a little rough on their jewelry, and sterling silver gives you that kind of durability. But you still get that warm, luxurious 18 karat yellow gold glow from your overlay. But I told you there's 2 different gemstones we need to talk about here. What are these 22 round cut gems surrounding your rubellite, and round cut bezel sets, one on each shoulder. Those are sapphires, but not just any sapphire. We took one of the rarest, the rarest tourmalines in the world and put it in the center. So then we decided to take one of the rarest sapphires in the world to surround it with. Those are Podparasha sapphires. Podparasha, linguistically a little bit of gymnastics there, but it refers to a lotus flower. It's the pink of a particular lotus flower, but it gives you that peachy, lotusy, lilac-y, just so many different like body colors and shades of Podparasha. And that's what they surrounded it with. That's what they bezel set on the shoulders. That's what they finished with that beautiful undergallery. That's what they put that DeJoy 9Q5 stamp on the inside, knowing that we are delivering joy, that we manufactured this in our own facilities, and that we took the price down for the rarity of these gemstones, for the beautiful romantic story behind them, and just the history that they have. To start this at $469.99 is a dream. But then, Live 25 discount code, because you're watching me, Casey4, during the live stream. That means that after your code, that brings our price all the way down to $352.49. Just $352.49 for that octagon cut rubellite, Urufino, AAA graded, one of the finest sources in Brazil for this gemstone. You can find tourmalines of this color in other regions, but if you're looking for the top quality, you want it from the Urufino region of Brazil, which I believe is in the Minas Gerais state of Brazil, where I've been, where I was in that smoky quartz mine. I think that ring's already moved on, but I got to go to so many mines in Brazil. I mean, we're talking about a state in Brazil that's called Minas Gerais, which literally translates to general mines. That would be like calling Idaho potato farm. Just the fact that they named a whole state after that thing that it produces and is well known for. Such a mineral-rich region. So fun to go around and really hang out with those miners, and just the hospitality that I received out there. Amazing. Just $352.49, or this one will let you split it into those 5 easy budget payments, which takes it down to $70.49. $70.49 per month, 5 months, no interest, and it's yours. Another incredibly well-reviewed piece. Charles J. wrote in, expensive yet exquisite rare rubellite men's ring, a real gem to own, great find. And yeah, I know he's saying expensive, and that's just kind of comparatively speaking, but what an amazing value. And then Rodney also wrote in, I truly love this ring, and it was shipped to me in a timely fashion. Thank you all for keeping your word on the delivery time. I will be shopping with you all again and would recommend you to all I know. Well, thank you, Rodney. That's so nice. I mean, I've been kind of joking, teasing that a lot of these men's reviews are meant a few words, but I love having some actual verbiage in there. And, you know, not just talking about this ring, but talking about the service that we're providing here at Shop LC. That means so much to me. I really take that as an endorsement, because it's not just that the ring's beautiful, it's that we will take care of you. If something is awry, if something is amiss, do not hesitate to call our personal shoppers at 888-835-2237 so that they can take care of you if for whatever reason something does go amiss. But that's what I keep saying about us being the Goldilocks-sized company. We're not so big that we don't have the facilities and the ability to take care of you. We're not so small that we don't have the ability to do that. I think we're just right at that perfect level where we can take care of you and bring you incredible prices. Roger S. also wrote in, it's a nice ring. The ring is unique because it's a simple but classy little ring that you can wear with pride. Unique ring that the stone is not a stone that everybody's going to have. One of a kind, and I'm the one that has it. Can't wait to wear it for the holidays. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it was all, I wish there was a little more punctuation there. But either way, thank you, Roger S. But yeah, such a great point about the way that people are going to compliment this. They're going to say, is that a ruby? And you can tell them the same story I told you, that this has been historically mistaken for rubies since its discovery. But it is rubellite. And that doesn't mean it's a diet ruby. It's not light ruby. It's just a rubellite. ITE being, the suffix on, not really a suffix, but the end of the word for all kinds of gemstones out there. But this is a rubellite. Beautiful. And, I just love the clarity. That it's hard to find that kind of clarity in a ruby. It's really difficult to find. It's not saying it doesn't exist in rubies, but man, if I had a corundum family ruby of similar color and it wouldn't be the same color, it would have probably more of a jammy red to it.
Now we have 28 of these available.
You got 28 of these, sizes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, sizes 9 through 14. But yeah, just that color. But if you had a ruby with this clarity in it, I promise you would not be getting it for $352.49. I can leave it at that. And also, again, the Podparasha sapphires, one of the rarest colors of sapphire. And those are beryllium treated. The Podparasha sapphires, just to be completely, just to completely disclose any treatments that we do have with our pieces here, yes. And that's just to kind of bake it up with a little bit of beryllium. That's just a fancy little element on the periodic table. Just helps even out that color, make sure that they're all going to be nice and uniformly colored like they are, and a little easier on your pocketbook. That's how we get it down to the incredible low price that we have this at. Wow. Beautiful faceting on this as well. I'm just looking at how the facets of this really kind of, when you look into it and see the actual dimensionality of it, just the way that you kind of get that Star Wars hitting warp speed. I know it's not warp speed, and that's Star Trek. Or going above the speed of light in Millennium Falcon. You know what I'm talking about.
Speaking of warps.
Speaking of warp speed, is that your transition, Elias?
Yes, we have a ring with.
Or is that your cue that we got to speed up?
With some curve and warp on it.
I've had this ring before, actually, and it's lovely. I've had my eye on this one for a while.
I like the curve on it.
I mean, here. I'm going to pull out my Larimar ring again. And you can kind of see that I like having a little bit of dimensionality. I like having that kind of...
There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Dimensionality.
Oh, that's the word. That's the word Elias thinks he was looking for. Dimensionality. Yep, I'm sure it was. I don't think you had that in your Scrabble tiles over there, Elias. Okay, so we made this one a doorbuster as well. This is a doorbuster natural champagne and white diamond. 1.35 carats, total gem weight, men's ring, 18 karat vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver. Yes, most of ours have been sterling silver rings with some form of overlay, whether it be yellow gold, whether it be rhodium, whether it be platinum. We do have a platinum ring in tanzanite. Really the showstopper, really the luxury piece to end them all in our show coming up. I mean, it's going to be coming up pretty soon because we are in our last 25 minutes.
Correct.
So that's going to be as luxurious as I think we're going to be able to get in the show. I see another tanzanite. I believe that's going to be in yellow gold over sterling silver as well. I see another color change gemstone ring. So this is our fourth last ring. Then we have a pendant and then a couple terahertz pieces. We're going to move fast on the terahertz. This is a 1.11 carat natural champagne diamond at the center. Natural champagne diamonds, it's more of like a cognac color. That's just the industry standard that we call it champagne. I think it tries to lux it up a little bit, but I don't know. If I had a champagne flute and that was the color in it, I'd be a little worried, quite frankly. But that's why I think it's a little more of a moody cognac color, a little bit more of a brown body color to it, which is just fine. I like that. It just has a lot of personality. It just has a lot of sparkle because it's a diamond. Duh, of course it does. Nice and durable, of course, being a 10 on the most hardness scale. The only thing that can scratch a diamond is another diamond. But wow, 1.11 carats, round cut, bezel set. You're not going to snag or catch on anything with that profile view, are you? No, they're finished, under gallery. You know the deal there. Let me explain that in a little bit more detail. I keep talking about how much more comfortable it is. You don't have to put that there. Like I was saying, I have another ring that's been handed down to me that doesn't have that finishing. And I'm constantly, when I'm wearing that, kind of taking it off and setting it to the side because it just has those edges, and those edges will just kind of press down into your hand throughout the day. But this is nice, smooth, easy to put on, beautiful. Thanks for watching, Deborah. Thanks for watching, Queen Kaylee and Kimberly and Melinda still out there. So nice to see you all watching today. But yes, we've taken that 1.11 carat champagne diamond, natural champagne diamond at that as well, in the center. But then it's surrounded by 20 channel set white diamonds, natural white diamonds. I think I've got the size 12 out here. A little tight on my ring finger, but that's just fine. Yeah, 24 points in your 20 diamonds. That's such a hard setting to do. channel set like that. And to channel set, the easiest to channel set are going to be your baguette cuts because, you know, they're kind of boxy. You have that much more surface area to press against either side of the channel. And in a row, that's going to be even easier to do channel setting. And channel setting is not easy. There's nothing easy about it at all. To channel set round cut diamonds in a circle, you don't get to do that on your first day at the jewelry factory. I'll tell you that much. That takes practice. That takes precision. And to have them set, I mean, look at how evenly. There's just a fraction of a millimeter between each one. So they're not butted right up against one another, but the way that the pressure has to hold each one in place, I couldn't do it. And I'm not too bad at kind of small precision-y stuff. I got better dexterity than me dropping things all day would suggest to you. The labor alone, all the silver, like all the weight of this one, just that size. But then again, like I showed you from that under gallery, you can see how it's not entirely solid, which means we just get to pass those savings on to you again. 1.35 carats total gem weight. Everyday low shop LC price, and we have the sizes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Everyday low shop LC price, $1,069.99. But you're not going to pay that today. You're not going to pay anywhere near that because you're going to take advantage of that Live 25 discount code. And when you do, that takes it significantly under $1,000, all the way down to $802.49. $802.49, or split that into 5 equal monthly budget payments of $160.50. $160.50 for natural champagne diamonds. That 1.11 carat champagne diamond right there, bezel set in the center, surrounded by your white diamonds. So beautifully. And again, just the labor that goes into this. They have to create that outer shell of your ring. Then they have to go back in and manufacture that under gallery. Then they have to assemble those pieces together. Then they have to go in. Well, I'm not even 100% sure which one they would do first. I think they would have to do the champagne diamond first, and then go back in there and set those 20 round cuts in that channel setting. But it's not like they have a machine that does that for them. This is all individually hand set by a jeweler sitting at a bench, working hard for you to pass on the sparkle, to pass on the savings. And like I said, this is manufactured in Jaipur, India, the jewelry manufacturing capital of the world, at our parent company's facility. And let me tell you just how dedicated we are to passing the savings on to you and doing it in a sustainable way. Our entire factory, our entire jewelry facility is run by solar panels. It's all run off of solar energy. So we aren't even passing the electric bill on to you because we are self-sustaining up there. I mean, how cool is that? We're very passionate about making sure that we have a world to pass down and that things go as smoothly as it possibly can. But to know that we're also just making sure that we take care of it ourselves. We don't like debt. We don't like things like that. We like doing things cash on hand. We like doing things direct. We like making things happen. And we're even doing that with the sustainable energy sources at our jewelry manufacturing facilities. I think I just shocked Elliot so much. Some of his drink went down the wrong pipe, so he had to step out for a second.
We are going to jump into our Tanzanite collection next.
$802.49 or $160.50 per month for 5 months on budget pay. That one is comment sold.
This will be sold 111.
Sold 111. Sold 111. But it is time.
We are going to do our yellow over vermeil first.
Oh, okay, we're going to start with our yellow over vermeil Tanzanite before we get to our Rhapsody collection, our cream of the crop, our top of the line, our 950 platinum through and through Tanzanite piece. That's coming up after I called it our 18 karat vermeil yellow gold over 925 sterling silver. I'm going to take a sip of my water as well here.
I was really choking on that.
And I did it without choking like Elias did. I just got to rub it on his face. I like to tease Elias. What's the point of having a crew behind the scenes if you can't, tease him a little bit here and there? Yeah, that's actually me. I usually don't point me out in this, but yes, this was my first trip with Shop LC back in 2012. I had already been working here for 4 years as a camera operator, director, and producer for the live broadcast behind the scenes. But my first trip opportunity was to go out to Tanzania, of all places. There's the back of my head heading down there.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, well, I know where Waldo is because I am Waldo in all of it. But that's me behind, because me and another guy, Ryan, that's why I'm in some of the shots, because we were both operating cameras throughout it. But either way, this was 12 years ago. This was over 12 years ago. So the situation with the mine has completely changed. Of course, let me back up. Tanzanite, single source, single generation gemstone. I've said single source many times today. But Tanzanite will only ever be found in Tanzania, in the foothills surrounding Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Meru. Mount Meru is actually closer, but Kilimanjaro is obviously a lot more famous. But we were out there with Tanzanite 1, and trust me, if you think your commute to work is a little hairy, well, here you get into this mine cart, you dig your heels into it, and then you just kind of have to lean back into the lap of the person behind you and go down at it felt like a 45-degree angle. I doubt it actually was. But you go a quarter mile down, it takes about 2.5 minutes to get down there. And then you keep going down, like you saw us moving down, holding onto those cables, holding onto that, because it's not like it's flat. It's a graphite mine as well. So it's like the ground up powder on the inside of a pencil. So the walls are shimmering, the walls are shining, and you work your way down. And then finally you get to these places where now we're back at the top of the mine. That's Dion, of course, who's still with us. There's the back of my head again. Here we are going down in that mine cart. Yeah, look at how close it is to your face. I mean, you bring everything down that you got to bring down with you. No such thing as a bathroom break once you're at the bottom of that mine. I'll tell you that much as well. But that was in 2012. We sent a film crew out there just earlier this year, back in the spring, late spring, early summer. They didn't even go down. Nothing was coming out of the mine, so they didn't bother going in. They didn't really feel like how it's being operated at the moment, like it was going to be that rewarding. This is kind of cool because you see people down there, but imagine if the footage was wall, rock, wouldn't have been that much engagement. Just didn't feel right. So nothing was coming out, so we didn't even bother going down in. Because nothing's coming out anymore. There's also footage of the sort house, don't even bother with Elias, but yeah, talking with the miners, talking with our driver Habibu in the background, but just so accommodating, so wonderful. But that was back when the mine was producing. It's stopped producing since then. That's what I meant when I said this is a single generation gemstone. It was discovered in 1969, or was it 1967? I think it might have been 1967. Too many dates and numbers in my head, but it was named by Tiffany & Co. I can say that because it's a fact. They named it Tanzanite in honor of this one source of where it comes from. The government's taken over the mine since a few years after this footage was taken. And it just hasn't been producing in those numbers since. But the single generation portion refers to the fact that it was discovered then, and it's already more or less becoming exhausted. And I interviewed Robert Gessner, a mineralogist and gemologist that specializes in colored gemstones. Thank you, Elias. That's going to come in handy in a second. We'll get to that in a moment. And he explained to me in very nerdier terms than I'm already talking to you why the particular conditions at that region, at that time that it was formed, they just really can't form anywhere else. And it actually had to do with just how much water was available in the earth at that time and how this formed at a much lower temperature than that high pressure at those depths is usually used to, and just the source of a mineral called vanadium. The vanadium is what gives your tanzanite that blue hue. But tanzanite is also a trichroic gemstone. Trichroic or pleochroic, three, pleo, many, chroma, color, ic, a quality of. The quality of having three colors. That means when you look at it from this direction, you're getting mostly those blue colors. But if you look at it from, say, this side, you're going to see more of the violet-y colors from it. And then if you look at it from its skinniest edge, that's where you're going to see some of the red flashes from it. But depending on the angle that you see it at, you're going to get all of that. This is a AAA Tanzanite and white zircon men's ring, an 18 karat vermeil yellow gold over sterling silver. That is a 6x4 millimeter oval cut Tanzanite at the center, AAA grade. It starts at single A, and the highest quality that we have is this one step up from that, which is quadruple A, which is what I will be presenting in your Rhapsody coming up. But we're not talking about Rhapsody quite yet. I just want you to be prepared. Or if, hey, you want the cream of the crop, if you want to spend a pretty penny for a museum quality piece, that'll hit the air momentarily. Triple A, violet blue color, 6x4 millimeter, over a half a carat at 52 points, and then you have 48 round zircons. And that is in the halo surrounding your oval cut. Those are some pretty big, bold round cuts. And here's the attention to detail that I love. Well, here, let me finish up with your white zircons. Then you have 2 rows on each shoulder of your white zircons, a row on the bottom and a row on the top of your white zircons. But look at the prongs. All the prongs on your white zircons is the sterling silver. We kept those without the yellow gold overlay just to let those prongs match the white color of your white zircons. And the prongs on your Tanzanite are yellow with that 18 karat yellow gold vermeil over your sterling silver, just because we did. Just that attention to detail. Just that attention to detail. And you know what? There's only so many men's rings that we do in Tanzanite. But again, like I've said, for every piece up here, you don't need to be a man to wear it. You just have to love this big, bold look. And, prefer these kind of large ring sizes. But anyways, isn't this one great? We have sizes 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And I already cannot believe the everyday low price on this for AAA Tanzanite. $169.99. Unbelievable. But it's still part of my live stream. I'm Casey Ford. That means I can give you that live 25 discount code, and that takes your AAA Tanzanite men's ring all the way down to $127.49. So for well under $150, and I'm not talking $149.99, I'm talking $127.49. You can own AAA Tanzanite, accented with your white zircons, set in 925 sterling silver with that 18 karat vermeil overlay, and we'll even let you use that 5 equal, easy, interest-free, no credit check budget payments. That it's not fair. That takes your price down to $25.50 per month. So you could just, for $25.50 right now, we will send this Tanzanite your way. Just $25.50, or own it outright for $127.49. That's my style. I don't like having payments left over. Some people do. Some people love it. Some people, hey, I totally get it. I totally appreciate it. If you put a little bit too much on the credit card this holiday season, so you want to finance a little bit, you want to stretch out your payments, totally cool. But wow, just the sheer fact that you can own AAA Tanzanite, just the Tanzanite, over a half carat Tanzanite, for that incredible low price, unheard of.
That was their sold 112.
That is comment sold 112. If you comment the words sold 112, we will send you a DM directly to you. It's not an obligation. You just click it. That takes you to our website. And from there, you can see the same information. You can see the same details. You can read the same story, although you just can't get the story out of my skull. That's what I'm here to try to share with you. That's why I decided to come out on this side of the camera, because I've been to places like the Tanzanite mine. So, that's what I finally said. You know what? And I've made so many videos about these things, but I'm not going back there anytime soon. Like I said, we sent a crew and they weren't able to have the same experience that I had 12 years ago. It's as simple as that. What do we got now? This looks like the JCK show?
Mm-hmm.
This is the JCK show from which year?
24.
24, so that's from this year. I was at this one, but I didn't shoot this. This was one of our videographers, Daniel. Really great, talented guy. It was his first gem show that he went to. But this is, what it's come to. We didn't necessarily source any of those from there. But most tanzanites that you're able to get at this point are all coming from the secondary market. That's part of what I mean when I say it's a single generation gemstone. Look, I mean, if it's not coming out of the mine, then I guess you can't go directly to the source anymore. Can you? Can you? I mean, it's as simple as that. So, that's what's happening at this point. I'm not saying that you're not going to be able to buy tanzanite for years to come. Sure, but you're going to be buying it from estate sales. You're going to be buying it, one or two from here or there. We're not going to be able to do what we do, which is get the rough, do what we do with it, manufacture it, and bring it directly to you. But this is part of our most luxurious line that we have at Shop LC. That is our Rhapsody collection. I know it's a little bit backwards for you because I got the mirror mode thing happening, but it's not Idos Plural, it's Rhapsody. Rhapsody isn't just a brand that we carry at Shop LC. It is a promise. It is a standard of quality that we adhere to and that we have adhered to ever since we created this brand, and that must have been pre-2007. So we're talking at least going on 20 years of Rhapsody. Because Rhapsody existed before we started broadcasting as TJC, the jewelry channel, back in 2007. Rhapsody predates that. But what that means, the standard of quality that we hold ourselves to when it comes to Rhapsody, the metal, 950 platinum. We will never go back on that. We're never going to say, you know what, let's do one with 900 platinum or 850 platinum. 950 platinum. The diamonds that we put in our Rhapsody pieces have always been and will always be EF color, VS clarity. Well, what does that mean? The diamond color grading scale starts at D and doesn't really end. D, E, and F are colorless. Not just colorless to the eye, but colorless to under a loop. Actually, guess what, Elias?
You brought it this
I finally remembered it. I've been forgetting my loop for like 12 shows in a row. That means that, I'm glad I did this. Although now you're going to have a bad time because I'm just going to get so distracted looking at this under my loop. That means when you have the jeweler looking with their little fancy device at the piece, even magnified, and man, my fingers don't look too nice under this, but the gemstone certainly does.
Ooh, it has a little ring light.
It has a little ring light, and it has a UV light on it too. Yeah,
Get me one of those.
I wanted to be a little fancy with it, but it means that even through that jeweler's loop, you can see no discoloration in it. That's the color. You know the 4 C's of diamonds: color, cut. Well, these are round cuts, and I don't want to linger too much on that one because I got a big old tanzanite in the center we got to get to. Clarity, and the clarity is VS. VS stands for very slightly. Need I say more? Very slightly include. That just means that it has that much more clarity, which means it has that much more sparkle. And then your carat weight in your diamonds happens to be 20 points. So 1/5 of a carat in your diamonds. So those are the absolute standards that we do not compromise on with our Rhapsody line. That's the quality of your diamonds. That's the quality of your metal in your settings. And then, of course, we use the highest quality gemstones for our center. This is a quadruple A, the highest grade, the highest color grading of tanzanite available. And it's in a trillion cut that is a 2.9 carat tanzanite. Ooh, do we have the calibration on that one? It's a 2.9 carat. It's a little tricky with a triangle like that, but I'm still going to take my ruler on this one to make sure, because you deserve to know every detail on this one. That's a 9mm. That's a 9mm top to bottom. And if you want like prong to prong from the... 9mm top to bottom, 10mm. 9mm top to bottom, 10mm prong to prong to prong. And that's the thing with a trilliant cut. It's not just a triangle. It's a curved edge on each of your 3 sides of your trilliant cut. And here's the other thing about Rhapsody. You don't need to take my word for it because you get this card with it. This is an internally produced card that gives you the details. And it says exactly what I was just telling you. Rhapsody 950 Platinum, Quadruple A Tanzanite, VSEF, White Diamond, main stone with side stone, ring 3.11 carats, a platinum weight. Listen to this platinum weight. 12.47 grams of 950 Platinum. Quadruple A Tanzanite, Trillioned, free cut, 2.908 carats in the Trillioned cut, and then 20 points, a fifth of a carat in your white diamonds. All your details on the back there. But you don't have to take our word on our Rhapsody certification card, because with our Rhapsody collection, because we want you to completely understand what you were getting, we also went and got this card from the Accredited Gemological Institute. We commissioned the Jewelry ID Report. This one's hot and fresh off the presses because this was made November 18th, 2024. Tanzanite, Trillion, free, 2.91 carats, quad A, clarity, eye clean. Again, that's that to my eye, I cannot see any inclusions. It's just an incredible clarity. The cut is excellent. I mean, this is another, like I talked about channel setting, diamonds, you don't get to cut a quad A Tanzanite when it's your first day at the cutting wheel at the Tanzanite factory. You work your way up to doing this, and when you do, when you cut something like this, you feel a sense of pride. You feel a sense of honor to put something like this together. Your side diamonds, 20 points, fifth of a carat, VS, EF. So this, we didn't produce this. This is an independent third party. So this isn't just us making up numbers. This is the clear, concise certification card that you will be receiving with your ring. But the number that they can say that we really kind of can't hear, right here by my thumb, I know it's backwards for you. Don't worry about it. I will sort it out for you. This is your estimated retail replacement value. And your estimated retail replacement value that I completely agree with, that's the number that you take to the insurance company. $13,000 for 12.4 grams of platinum for a 3.1 carat quad A Tanzanite in fancy cut. I love that Trillioned cut. I mean, it's like a shield. You saw the trailer. You saw the trailer for that movie coming out, the next summer blockbuster. Whatever. I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm just going to say it. You got like a Superman shield there.
Oh.
You got like a Superman shield there,
Maybe
practically.
that's coming out again next year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to pull out that trailer as soon as we're done here. And, a minute. Okay, so I better get down to it. Anyways, so I agree with that, with your $13,000 estimated retail replacement price. And again, not our opinion. That's from the Accredited Gemological Institute. Our everyday low shop LC price on Rhapsody, $5,069.99. But again, you're going to take advantage of that Live 25 discount code. And when you do, that takes your price all the way down to $3,802.49. So well under $4,000. $3,802.49 for Tanzanite in that fancy Trillion cut. Look at the shine on that 950 Platinum. It's like a mirror. That high polish, that high mirror polish finish. Wow. And this one too, you can take advantage of that budget pay. This one, we will make sure it is fit for you. So you tell us your size and we will take it from there. I'm seeing sizes 8 through at least 11.5. But this is one of those pieces, it goes all the way up to 14. I know we don't have all those sizes in stock. I know that's you place your order. We got our bench jeweler who will make sure that we provide the size that you need. So don't you worry a hair on your head about that, or not a hair on your head if you're me, I suppose. Your budget payments, $760.50. $760.50 per month for 5 months.
Sold 113.
This one is comment sold 113. That just gives you access to our website where you will see the same details I'm looking at because, I mean, come on. We got the card and then we copied the card to put it on our website with all the details so there's no confusion. There's no ambiguity, just luxury, just luxury, just savings, just diamonds, just tanzanite, just platinum. It's as simple as that. I mean, talk about some top grade ingredients there.
I'm gonna have you do your outro.
But wow. I'm just going to show off the Alexandrite really quick while I'm doing an outro, because he just went through all the effort to. We have I mentioned another color change gemstone coming up.
And that'll be our 114 on the Alexandrite.
This is going to be a Comet 114, sold 114 on Alexandrite. Alexandrite. This is Narsapatnam Alexandrite. This was sourced from India, but it was originally found in Russia and brought back to Alexander the Great, and a name for him. It's kind of a conquest of everything that he does. But anyways, went through all the trouble of bringing in my little UV light here just to show you. This one really changes between, they call this the emerald by day and the ruby by night. So UV is going to kind of halfway simulate sunlight. I know it's a little tricky to see through the phone cameras, but it's going to be that greenish color by incandescent light, and then into the daylight you get more of a reddish color, more of a ruby color. Can we just get to the price on that one super duper duper quick? Then I will do a very abbreviated sign off because, well, I'll start the sign off, then I'll get you the price on this one. I'm Casey Ford. Thanks for sticking with me. I always go a little bit over because I got so passionate about that Rhapsody Tanzanite ring. Beautiful piece. Also, another thing, we have the Your Purchase Feeds program, which means that for every purchase that you make with Shop LC, we provide a school meal to a child in need. We have provided over 52 million meals so far. I've already done with that part. I know you're probably scrambling to try to pull up there in the monitor. Anyways, if you want Narsapatnam Alexandrite in white zircon in 18 karat vermeil, yellow gold over sterling silver, our everyday low price is $174.99. Not for you, not today. Live 25 discount code 13124. $131.24 for a beautiful Indian source from the Narsapatnam region gemstone. Another phenomenon gemstone that I wish I had more time to present to you, but I ramble, I go over when I get excited, and I get so excited about so many of the men's jewelry pieces I had to present today. So I hope you watch me next week. I don't know what my show's going to be, but this is my normal time slot, which are your Thursday, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Central, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. I'm Casey Ford. Follow me on Facebook, and just follow the live streams. We have fun here, and I hope you do too. Take care.